F. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 21.
Welcome to the conference. Due to increased security, we ask that you keep your conference pass with you at all times. If you are just arriving, please proceed directly to reception to check in and receive your pass. Valid ID will be required. Australian nationals may present any government-issued ID, such as a driver's license. For international attendees, a valid passport will be required. If you do not have your passport with you, an international driver's license is acceptable, but you will first need to fill in some additional forms to confirm your personal details. These are available at the security desk. Please note that a company business card will not be accepted as a valid ID. We ask for your patience while these security checks are being completed. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
G. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 22.
We've checked your vehicle. You said a warning light sometimes tells you to check the engine. The problem seems to be aging engine coils. If they're faulty, the engine will sometimes misfire or stall. I'd recommend getting those changed now. They could be a safety hazard, especially if you'll be on the road for long periods. We also checked your oxygen sensor, which could fail to detect toxic emissions if it's worn out, but it's working. We also noticed that your wheel alignment was off. This could have been very dangerous, so we went ahead and adjusted that for you. Your brake cables are in good shape and shouldn't need any repairs for the time being. It's been a while since you replaced the brake pads though, so next time you bring the car in, you might want to consider getting that done.
Now, mark your answer on your answer sheet.
H. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 23.
We offer several options. Introduction to German is held on Mondays from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. and runs from June 1st to July 15th. We also offer Basic German for Travel on Wednesdays and Saturdays from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. This is a 1-month course and begins from the first of each month. You'd need to attend both sessions each week. Of course, the fastest way to learn a language is through immersion, and our 3-week intensive German course beginning this month will get you speaking the language in no time, with a class every weekday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Finally, there's our private German online course. This beginner's course costs more than group classes, but lessons can be arranged to fit your schedule. And no matter which course you choose, you are welcome to attend our open conversation sessions on Saturday afternoons from noon to 4 p.m.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
I. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 24.
Hi, great news. GP Industries wants us to come up with a whole new image for them, and you're my first choice to head the project. I know you're currently committed to the museum project, so it's up to you whether to stay on that or take this on. The President will keep a close eye on this new project, so it would be a good opportunity to get her attention, especially with performance reviews coming up in a couple of months. Maybe your assistant could step up and replace you on the museum project if he's already involved? If not, the museum director wouldn't be happy about any staff changes this late in the game, so I'd recommend playing it safe. We don't want to jeopardize the chances of future work with the museum, and I'm sure you'll have other opportunities to impress the president.
Now, mark your answer on your answer sheet.
J. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 25.
Okay, our standard fit program, priced at $200, uses precise measurements to make sure your bike's geometry and setup are appropriate for standard use. The dynamic fit program, which is $250, measures your power output on a test bike with high precision. We work from those results to make adjustments that will give you maximum power. The biomechanical tuning service for $350 includes the key features of those two programs and adds data capture and video analysis to fine-tune your ride. This really helps with the positioning of the seat and your shoes so your feet lock into your pedals at the optimal angle. Finally, the Perfect Fit Tutor also offers a premium tuning service performed by our trained physiotherapist. She'll analyze your movements to spot physical problems affecting your riding technique and give you exercises to address them. That option's normally $550, but is discounted by $50 right now.
Now, mark your answer on your answer sheet.
This is an interview with Christine Baker, a graduate student and teaching assistant at a university.
Welcome to Voices on Campus. Christine, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So, could you tell us a little about what you do as a teaching assistant?
Well, I help teach small seminar classes, focusing on specific areas the students are working on.
What do you enjoy most about it?
Well, the students come from diverse ethnic, cultural, and religious backgrounds, so there are a lot of interesting and sometimes heated debates in the seminars. Plus, I feel like a sort of minor celebrity. I teach about 80 students over the course of each semester, and now everywhere I go on campus, somebody recognizes me. I've met all kinds of people I wouldn't have gotten to know otherwise.
That's great. And what would you say are the biggest challenges you face in your job?
Well, to be honest, it's taken a while to get used to evaluating the students' writing assignments. Fortunately, the professors have helped me get a good handle on grading procedures. Sometimes, though, students question their grades. Usually I can defend the scores I give, but at first, I found myself changing grades more often than I would have liked. So a skill I had to work on was applying each professor's grading criteria consistently and not being influenced by other factors. Things like whether I agreed with the argument the student was making in the paper. I have to put my feelings about the content aside and focus on whether the paper meets the criteria for the assignment. That's made things a lot easier.
Interesting. So, what advice would you give to new teaching assistants?
Well, when I started teaching, I was intimidated by the things people told me. Stuff like, never let the students know you're nervous, and never apologize. I second-guessed myself sometimes, because I really wanted to measure up to what I imagined their standards for a teacher were. But quite often the students would say they were really getting a lot out of my seminars. So I gradually learned that for the students, the seminars are more about the material they're there to learn and less about the person that's helping them to learn it. I would say that the key is to be thoroughly familiar with the material beforehand. Not just having a firm grasp on it yourself, but making sure you can convey what's in your head to a group of students, some of whom will be very quick on the uptake. Anyway, when I began focusing on the students' needs rather than my own worries, things started going a lot better.
That sounds like good advice. Thanks for sharing your experiences with us today, Christine.
It was my pleasure.
Questions. Number 26. What does Christine say about grading students' writing assignments? Number 27. What does Christine say is one important thing for teaching assistants to do?